I was sitting here thinking about uh well, I wasn't thinking, I was listening, being nosy, and they were talking about uh relationships, how they lead to abusive abusive relationship. I don't know. I seen a lot, man. I seen real relationships that's abusive and nobody say nothing about it. I seen relationships that's not abusive and everybody make a big deal about it. There's very sexually active groups and they are abusive to each other. And then in my case, or in a lot of people like me, the women they send you are paid or programmed to. Now I would bring women that ain't from here, and as soon as my family talked to them, they act weird. It's like whatever information my family got about me from when I was born, they used that against me somehow. So immediately the women get to acting weird, bro, moving weird and doing weird stuff, and it just throw the relationship in the trash can. I remember, like I said, one time, I was at my friend with benefits house, and no, I was coming from the beach. I was coming from Black Bike Week at Myrtle Beach, and I seen my family over Shawty house, and I was like, they ain't never did that before. Me and her had a great relationship, cause it was quiet, you know what I'm saying? Nobody knew about it. And next thing you know, as soon as I came from the beach early, and I seen them leaving her house, I didn't even know they knew nothing about her. Relationship went to hell. Relationship went straight to hell. So it was like they were stalking me, and they were using something. So it was like I didn't never get a fair chance at a relationship. And they did the same thing to my ex-wife. And somebody just said it in the spiritual realm. They said that area curse care, right? It sure do. It curse care. Like anybody who care about these people, they break them down to where they don't care about them anymore. I don't know if that's what they meant, but that's what I got out of it. And yeah, that's true. They break them down where people don't care about them no more. I ain't never get no fair chance in no relationship like that. Once they intervene, here's the thing: what people gotta understand. If you're a dog, or if you've been paid to do something to a relationship, don't program yourself into thinking after you sabotage the relationship, whatever happened through the sabotage after you sabotage the relationship, that's how that person is and that's what you went through. Don't program yourself like that, because if you, not all dogs I'm sure, but for the most part the dogs that I had to come across, they was paid to pretty much be aggressive toward me and abusive towards me, push me, keep the phones on, see what happened, what goes on, and call a law. Some of them would call the law ahead of time, knowing after they did what they did, something was gonna go down. But for the most part, I just grab them and push them off of me, you know, because they really try to. Some of them will try to kill you. Some of them got knives and they try to kill you. Now, I had a girl take out I used to have swords here. Took the sword, turn around like a samurai. So, and then you take it and however you get them off of you, get them to release whatever they got. Oh, that alone was abusive to its max. But they'll go to that extreme, to where they'll wake up at 3 in the morning, put a knife to your throat. You know, they'll put things in your food and your drink so you won't wake up. You know, they go to the extreme. And some of them will even tell you, I need you to beat me. And some of them be like, oh, beat, you know what I'm saying? Some of them be like, oh, itch ass ninja. You ain't ninja, just keep going on. You try to walk off, you get in your car, they get in the car, lock the car door. While you in the car, you trying to, which is the most respectful thing a man can do when it get that extreme, is just walk off or leave. They'll get in the car with you, lock themselves in the car with you. You get in the closet, they'll get in the closet with you. Like, the whole goal is for them to abuse the, literally now, the women look me in the eyes. Once reason why they done told me this, because I done figured out something was wrong and I said something. They'll look me in the eyes and say, I need you to beat me. And then some of them will say, you should have been dead already. We all feel sorry for you. It's like, then, I got a message from somebody and they said, bro, you dealing with dogs. And they been, they gang stalking you. They trying to clean you up. And I was like, man, that's what's been going on. And then they were like, some of your closest, some of your main girls is involved in that. I was like, whoa. By that time, though, they had already stuck me in a box or had plans for me. So it's like I never got a fair chance at a real relationship. I remember they started on me early. I remember I had a girlfriend, 12 years old. They jumped on her. You know, these guys were older than her. They jumped on her. It was like, it got to the point where, and they main goal is to deprogram to reprogram. And that's what they do to the females. I just didn't know whatever they hid from me and whatever was left to me. I didn't know all this was going on. A lot of people suffered so that they could get away with this, whatever this is. And so I never in my life had a fair chance. It was always, I'm glad I'm in this situation because it was always defensive. I always had to be defensive because I always had to expect somebody. I done had people call these females. Everything be going great with me and the female. And it's almost like whoever on the other line say, go ahead and do what we tell you to do. They'll throw something, they'll have a phone, and they'll throw it like a baseball in my mouth. Hit me in the mouth with it. They do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? Slit hit you in your eye. Blame you. I had females that's supposed to been just me and her, and to tell me a whole story of what I did to her, and me and her ain't never even went out to no place like that or went out and did nothing like that. But it's all because they were part of this, these clubs, these little covenants, man. And then they sit back and laugh about it. We family members like, this place might be on cameras, but the backyard house ain't got no cameras on it. And they keep bringing up, I ain't never had a fair chance in no relationship, but I can tell you this, my sister's older than me, I ain't never touched them. I done had females I used to kick it with on the block, just like my sisters, I ain't never touched them. And everybody know I always avoided conflict as much as possible, no matter what. So how is somebody that's gonna avoid conflict to the degree that I do, how you, the real question is, how is you making this person, or how is you trying to make this person attack you? And like I said, they'll call the cop ahead of time, like they got a sure plan that this is what's gonna go down. I remember one girl beat me in front of the guy that actually was part of this stuff that I just found out. And he was like, you wouldn't have did that to me, I'd have beat you, and he was sleeping with her too, probably. I'd have beat you all in your head. That's what he told the girl. All I did was, got her off of me. And she was just wailing on him. He said, you wouldn't have did that to me, I'd have beat you in your head. And then they done got even more dangerous where they, like I said, they'll bring weapons in. And the defensive tactics gotta get even more aggressive, What else you gonna do, bro? So I'm glad I'm in this situation because it's healing for me and that too, because When everybody done been programmed to keep on attacking you, it's overbearing, bro. You don't know what to expect, man. So I really can't even say nothing about that situation. I ain't never had a relationship that was actually, I did, but me and my friend with benefit, it was great before my family intervened. And if she can admit to it, she'll tell you the truth. It was great. The most we ever did was argue. I ain't never put my hands on that girl. And I done said some real rough things, yeah, but we just argued, and we didn't argue much. And I think, honestly, that was probably the best relationship I had, because I kept it so quiet. I had to think about it for a while, and I was like, why did that relationship turn out so good? It couldn't have been just because of if it was that at all, the friend benefit. And I realized it was because I kept it quiet. I ain't tell nobody. As soon as I seen my mom and them leave out of her house, they ain't never cared nothing for me like that. This girl stayed in a whole different town. They ain't had no business over there at that girl house. That relationship went straight to shit. That relationship went straight to shit. And I just got out of it. And still it wasn't no abusiveness. I just got out of it. But, and for my ex-wife, honey, you was just set up to fail, and you might well accept that, and you probably have. But if you admit to it, you'd be better off if you haven't, because I felt like that relationship was really good, and it would have been a lot better if you'd have stayed off of certain people, how you quit dealing with my family members. Because, like I said, the same person who killed my brother is the same person that's involved in my situation. I mean, he in prison, but he's still involved in my situation. And you don't think I know it, but I do, buddy. And we got you on the radar, too. You ain't getting away with nothing. But yeah, that's pretty much it, though. That's pretty much it. I don't know. Like I said, I really wouldn't know. I just enjoy this moment to heal myself in other ways. I feel like, for me, once I get my emissions under control, which is really my mouth, I feel like I'm gonna be good. Because I wasn't that bad of a guy anyway. It was just the projection. It was always the projection. And then I would purposely look into these girls, when we separate, I would look into these girls' lives. I'd take one more look, and then they wind up with the worstest men in the world, bro. And love them and everything. Just all over them. These men be absolutely terrible behind closed doors. And I knew it took that for me to realize there was something else going on. So I really wouldn't know. I ain't never had nobody that cared for me like that, because my family stayed in my business all the time. But this y'all last time, y'all out of my business after this. That's a fact, Jack. And it's like up to 44, I'm learning how, because in this family you're dealing with molecules and royalties. So I'm learning how to adjust my molecule to where I can get the protection I need to overcome theirs, because somehow they molecule dominate my molecule, and it's probably over times of for even myself deprogramming and reprogramming me not to love myself and to sin a lot, and somehow they benefited off of my sins. So I'm really just not getting all that though. So now it's like I'm putting myself back together, and really just utilizing this situation, really. So I really don't know when it comes to relationships. I was always good at helping people in their relationships. And you know, like I said, the one girl that I could have hollered at and I should have hollered at was, she was older than me, and we was on the block together, and we worked together. But I just never had the courage to do it. I should have though. But I stayed to myself because, like I said, the deprogramming and the reprogramming in myself, like whatever information they got on me from a child, and however they using it to manipulate my energy, my surroundings and my energy, it's been devastating. But for the most part, I just stood back and stayed away and drifted from any kind of, and plus, I'm the kind of guy, even with a man, if you want to fight me and I feel like you ain't got it, I ain't gonna put my hands on you either. Just grab you and throw you off of me too. And that's the kind of person I am. So I really wouldn't know. I know my mouth is awful. And I know I done broke down a lot of people with my mouth alone. And they'll leave, people be trying to help. And my mouth, when I want you out of my energy. I done did men and women, gangsters or not, it don't matter. I want you out of my energy. I say the right stuff, you gone. I really never had to worry about a lot of stuff. But that's what I'm working on. But that ain't right neither. And it ain't fair. But I'm using this energy of abuse to straighten out my emissions. It's going pretty good. But otherwise, I don't know. I just know what, like I said, my friend would benefit. Our relationship was great. Our relationship was real good before the family got involved in it. And it just took one conversation. They didn't know her, they didn't hang with her, they didn't care nothing about her. They just went and visited her. When they went and visited her and they left, me and her relationship went straight to hell. Straight to hell.